Actually, it's the lead play in our offense.
Come to tackle, take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, you drive down the first man who is inside. Pull back and get him. Take the first man outside the offensive tackle.
No one shows. Go right by them and field inside.
If the YN has the linebacker taken out, that's inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on Packernet.com. You can find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email the show, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us at 865-658-5824. I'm joined alongside Tim, live in Green Bay, fresh off the road. Got all the holiday traveling done, right, Tim?
Yeah, man. Happy to be here, dude. Catching up. I was in and out for a while, but ready to roll, man. Happy to be here.
Heck yeah, dude. I was going to try to give everybody a shout out in the chat, but I think we had like 90 some messages already. So just want to thank you guys for hopping in here and chopping it up with us. We appreciate y'all tuning in. I seen some chatter about the stream going down, this and that. Just to kind of clarify once more, there's nothing we can do about the stream going down if we do this live. Okay. The only other option would be to pre-record the video and then set it as a premiere. That would allow me to do a copyright scan and show YouTube, hey, we're aware that there's a copyright claim on this. And essentially what it means is we're allowed to use the footage, but the NFL profits off of it, okay? So if there's any kind of advertising, we wouldn't be able to get any of the few pennies on the dollar that they give you for advertising anyway. So with all that being said, you guys let me know if you would rather me not do it live and just cut the video. I think you're going to miss out on a lot of chat that you're actually having in here if we do it that way. Just understand that the stream is going to go down and come back up, go down and come back up. Every time it detects there's NFL films being used, the stream will go down temporarily, then it gets approved and it comes right back up. So I wish there was something else I could do about it. Unfortunately, we can't. So just want to kind of give you guys a heads up. And, you know, we'll vote on it. If you guys want me to just cut a video, right, then we can do it. But again, the premiere would have a live chat, but I probably wouldn't be able to hang out during the chat after cutting the hour-and-a-half video. You know what I mean? So I definitely wouldn't be in there. Not that you need me in there anyway, but just want to kind of let you guys know exactly what's going on there. But Omer in the chat says, Clayton and the boys going to need some extra diesel in that big cup tonight. Let's go. Playoffs, baby. Time to win out right here, baby. Look, you know it. That's that third cup. We always hit that third cup range, Tim, when we get to PTA Live at 8 o'clock or 7 your time.
You know what's funny is I'm on a bottled water right now, but I had a cup of coffee about an hour ago, so I'm wired. I'm hypersensitive to caffeine, so I'm wired. Let's go.
Everybody's trying to flush out all the sodium right now for Thanksgiving. Yeah. I think I've drank 8 bottles of water today. I'm trying to just, like I said, get all the salt out. Yep. Let's get a fresh start here. So with that being said, let's waste no more time. Without further ado, whatever that means, let's do this thing, Tim. I'm going to share the screen. You just confirm you can see that?
Yes, I can.
All right, guys. So this is Chalk Talk. Obviously, Detroit Lions, Thanksgiving Day. Huge win. Jordan Love's biggest win of his young career. Obviously, his highest PFF grade as well. Absolutely balled out. This was a fun one to watch. Like I said, there's a lot of plays left out. I think we keyed in on like 10 or 11 plays. I'm focusing on plays that happen on scoring drives. I'm focusing on explosive plays. And then at the end, when they got the little mop-up time and Joe Barry just kind of played back a little and made them use up the field, use up the clock, knowing that the clock was the opponent at that point, we didn't include that drive. So really no reason to do that, knowing that was just kind of mop-up time for them. But first play right out of the gate, Tim, we come out in 11-gun nasty, Trey Wright, play action, 969, Y-Sif, max protect. I want to say this about Trey Wright. People hear Trey, what does that mean? Trey, the difference between trips and Trey, okay, trips means you've got 3 wide receivers to one side of the formation, all right? Trey means you've got three bodies to one side of the formation, but one of them is a tight end. There you see the tight end. with 3 tight set. Obviously, it's not that tight bunch you look at typically. That's the difference between Trey and trips, for those of you who are wondering. If let's say that there was no tight end and we just came out in a 10 set, right, where it's 1 running back, no tight ends, and that guy was a wide receiver, say lined up here, we would call that trips right as opposed to Trey right. Okay, that's the difference between that, just in case somebody wanted to know. So 11 gun nasty, obviously the nasty split, you know what it means, Tim. All the receivers are lined up inside the numbers. That's nasty. 11 gun nasty, Trey right. We just explained we're going play action, 969, Y sift, max protect. Excuse me, it's too early for the voice to go. I know that. I want to say this. I would actually call this 969 choice, okay? And the reason being, these guys are looking to stretch the field vertically, essentially is what they're looking to do, Tim. So they're in a single high look. You guys know how we talk about them talking about 3 different ways of reading the defense, or 3 different types of reads within the West Coast offense. One of them is kind of pick a side, right? And typically on pick a side, what it is you've got a 2 high beater and a 1 high beater on each side. Okay. Like on one side, you've got a 2 high beater. On the other side, you've got a 1 high beater. You're going to see a little bit of that today, but essentially they've got a 1 high look. So there's a safety off screen back here. Okay. He's playing single high. So essentially what you got is it looks like single high man. It could be a zone match with principles. You've seen that a lot from both defenses in this game. So essentially what you're doing is you're taking Dobbs down the field. Okay. That's the 9 aspect of the choice. Then you're going dig with the 6, and then you're going 9. And what you're trying to do is make that safety commit. Okay. So if they were to be disguising and they go to a 2 high shell, when you go 2 high, that means middle field open. You would look to hammer the dig. Okay. Max protect simply means the tight end staying in the block. They're going to go play action, and the running back's going to stay in the block. So you've got maximum protection back here, just a 3-man route combination, route concept, passing concept, route combination. And you're going to make this safety choose. Now, what I noticed on this play, and the reason I think it was a choice, is you see Dobbs kind of work inside, and he's really trying to get that safety to commit. The safety's off screen. I didn't bother to take the time to get the all-22, but just trust me on this. The safety actually clamps down a bit watching Dobbs. And what happens with Dobbs is he then kind of turns it into an out. When he sees the safety clamp down, he's done his job. What Jordan's doing here, Tim, after the play action, he's simply looking, what's the safety doing? And he's trying to manipulate him a little bit. The safety stays at home and there's no 2 high shell. You know the dig is off the table unless you have to improvise and hit it in the second window. So once the safety turns his hips and focuses on Dobbs, he's just going to launch this thing up to Christian. And that's why the safety was late getting home on this deep pass to Christian Watson. Unfortunately, it got underthrown by Jordan Love, or this would have been 6, and we could have put some of that criticism to bed about the deep accuracy. But let's roll the tape here. Again, 969 choice. It's a go, dig, go. Maximum protect. The Y is going to sift across. See him sift. He's staying in max protect. Does a great job looking for work there. Great pocket. And I want to say beautiful throw, but let's be honest, it wasn't. You've seen Scoop basically had to come to a stop here, right? And for all those people dogging Scoop, saying he couldn't high point a ball, he doesn't come back for the ball, he doesn't wrestle for the ball, there you go, guys. And it's not the first time he's done it this year. I was so happy to see him have a big game here, Tim. But you see, I mean, if he doesn't hang that thing up there, he's walking in the end zone, bro.
Hey, I'm going to echo the same sentiment as Devontae Adams. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah,
Put some
I've seen that tweet
respect
too, man.
on his name.
Look at this.
Yeah,
excellent,
excellent time. He timed it perfect. See, when you're trying to high point, you know your timing's really everything. It's not so much your vertical leap and your outstretched arms, all that. You got to really time that right. No, and yeah, that was great, man. Great awareness on that play too. I mean, I was really focused on his eyes and his head too, just getting around and in position for that ball. So Scoot is on the upswing again. So hopefully we close this year out on a strong note, man, for real.
Mr. November, man.
Yep.
Move over Reggie Jackson. We got a new Mr. November here. Well, I'm sorry, that was Derek Jeter's title, wasn't it, Mr. November?
Reggie Reggie was Mr. October, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So later that drive, first quarter, 12-16 left is when the play, I think it actually happens here. This is the Reed touchdown pass, okay? Now, there is a lot of eye candy here, okay? This is really, really cool setup by LaFleur. So we come out in 11-gun empty, strong right, T boundary, okay? 11-gun, 1 running back, 1 tight end, okay? Strong right, the tight end's on the right side. T boundary, there's your T. Why is it boundary? It's the short side of the field. See, they're on the right hash. And then, of course, this is what you would refer to as a trips left look, right? 3 wide receivers on the opposite side. So again, 11 gun empty, strong right T boundary, right? Wrong. We're going to go shift 2, nub right T same, X slant slay, Y corner T angle. So essentially what's going to happen here, gang, is the T is going to shift into the backfield, all right, which now makes this nub right. The nub right formation or a nub left is when the tight end is on the line of scrimmage and he's the only target on that side of the ball. So you go trips left, and instead of saying trips left, you can say nub right. So you don't have to say trips left, strong right. You just say nub right, and you automatically know he's the only target on that side of the field. He's on the right side of the field. You don't even have to, you can remove some of the lingo, and that's what makes it a little bit easier to communicate. So let's talk about, let's let him shift back here to where we're going. There you see the T shifting, right? Look at the defense trying to adjust what the hell's going on here. Okay, wait, all right, get down, Aiden. Here we go, get ready. All right, now here's a real play. We're going nub right, T same. You see, they're on the same side of the field. We're going to go X slant. Who's the X? The receiver on the line of scrimmage, okay? Farthest from the tight end, opposite the tight end, right? I would consider this X. Now, he's not technically on the line of scrimmage, but I darn sure wouldn't call this X. So that would probably be more fly than anything, that F receiver we talk about, because they can line up pretty much anywhere on the field on the line of scrimmage. That's why LaFleur likes to use that flyer, because sometimes when the defense is trying to communicate their calls, they may refer to someone as an X, and he's not technically the X. If you just throw that little bit of a wrinkle in of the quote-unquote flyer receiver, it can cause a little bit of confusion. And what defenses have done is they've wisened up now, and they would just say from left to right, from outside in, there's your 1 receiver, there's your 2, there's your 3. So they would communicate, you get the 1, you get the 3, you get the 2. That's how they cleared that up. That's just kind of a little bit of the evolution of the game and how it's communicated from coaches to players and then players to players on the field. So we're going to go X slant, okay, which is going to – this is almost like a tosser, okay? So there's going to be multiple slants here. This right here is called tosser, that pass concept, okay? But I said X slant slay because there's another aspect of slant with a quick out. That's called slay. So we would just say X slant slay. All right. So your X down here, right? There's your slant. There's your slay concept. On the opposite side, you got Y corner. He's just going to kind of work a little corner route over here. And then, of course, you got T angle. He's going to go way out wide and then try to cut back underneath. You're clearing these guys out across the middle so you can hit him if you need to. Now, on this play, it gets really interesting because some people were saying he was trying to throw to Christian and Christian ran the wrong route. That could have been the case. Someone said that LaFleur mentioned it. I personally didn't hear that. It could have been the case. Nonetheless, I think Jordan was throwing this ball to Jayden Reed. But let's watch this absolute freaking missile that 10 puts on him right here. And this right here going to earn you the nickname J Money like you've been calling him. Look at that laser.
Yep.
I mean, it is – Tim, watch this next angle here. First of all, great route by Reed. Watch him set him up outside. Look at that jab. See it, Tim?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that's what gets a corner. And the corner plays it pretty good. That might even be Branch. But just that little bit of extra right there, right? So some people were saying he was expecting Christian to sit. I don't think that's the case. I think that was a slay concept underneath. And you see the ball just, I mean, this next angle is phenomenal, dude. Jayden Reed hanging on to it. Look at this right here, Tim. I mean, we got to slow this way down. I'm going to take this to 25%. We're really going to nerd out over this one. Watch this pass and how close it comes to hitting Christian Watson's arm, bro. Look at this. Is that insane? It's almost like it stopped in midair and hovered, Tim. Watch it kind of hover right here. Whoop.
I mean, you talk about spinning the football, man.
Yeah.
That thing was an absolute dart.
Look at it again. Watch it come out of his hand. This is kind of that sidearm release. Watch this. I mean, he's spinning that sucker. He is what we call down here in the South, we call that humming that tater. He's humming that tater. Look at that. Oh, man. You ever threw a potato at somebody? Boy, you can do some damage. We used to steal them out of the neighbor's garden and throw them at each other until the dad caught on. We got blistered for it, but that's a story for a different pod. Let's see here. All right. So that's how you go up 7-6. All right. So you're up 7-6 at this point, and you've got Green Bay's got the ball back, a 3rd and 8 play here. We come out in 11-gun bunch, strong left, T weak, Wolf, Y curl, X dig. Why did I show this play, Tim? It's a scoring drive. And this was a crucial play. This is one of the plays in the game that many people would just overlook. They're going to be showing these phenomenal throws, these phenomenal catches, and it might be on a drive where it doesn't even matter. I could care less of a play that didn't lead to a score or didn't have an impact on the game. If we don't convert this 3rd and 8, we probably don't go on down and score. Therefore, we probably don't win this game. This is a huge play. And again, guess who it was? Christian Watson making the play. So as we line it up here, 11-gun bunch, strong left T weak, wolf, Y curl, X dig. Let's talk about what it means. Wolf is an out, okay, with a corner route over top of it. And he's really going to drag that corner out and try to hesitate with it. You're going to have Y curl here in the middle, and then you're going to have X dig, okay? That's your route concept. I believe the running back stays in if I remember correctly, but really key in down here. Again, a 3rd and 8 play. If you don't convert this game may go in a totally different direction. Let's roll the tape. This is still early in the game in the 1st quarter. Scoot's going to chop them down. Great throw, anticipation. Not really a great throw, but great timing, I should say. You see it's high, but watch Scoot go up and get this thing. Gets that second foot. When he got that second foot in, I'm like, they better shut up talking about Scoot. Look at this.
I remember when I watched this live and I was like, he got it down. I had the faith seeing that live, watch him slam this right toe down real quick.
Bang.
Boop. Love it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's
again,
big boy wide receiver play right there. That's grown man wide receiver play. You know,
absolutely.
again, this is another one we file into the put some respect on his name. I mean, you talk about body control and agility, dude.
Yeah, and people were saying he has no body control. He can't control. It's like, shut up, dude. This is a huge play, man. I'm telling you.
And that's him making a play for this team. You know, you're right. Jordan got that ball out in rhythm, but that was really high.
Look at this right here too. This don't feel good right here, Tim. Yeah, getting that ankle stepped on.
Yep.
Those are.
But he's made out of glass, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I thought for sure he was supposed to stay down on the field after he high pointed that first one, and lo and behold, he's making plays all day.
we got to stop with this pettiness. We're so petty, bro. We are so petty. All right, so later that drive, 3rd and 1 play, we're still winning 7-6, 3:18 left in the 1st quarter. We're going 11-gun, nasty double, strong right, Z wing shift, play action, slot cross, Z corner, Y leak. Let's see if we can decipher some of that. So let's just start with what the play is itself. You're going to see a Z shift to wing here. What's that mean? Notice the Z receiver is Christian Watson. Why is he the Z? There's your tight end. That makes him the flyer. Him most likely the X. They can be interchangeable. We don't know how Matt LaFleur refers to that. This is your Z up here. This right here is your Z. Okay, so what he's going to do, they love doing this with Christian Watson. He's going to do a short shift, and he's going to shift to the wing positions, like wing back. Okay, so it's technically a running back position right there, playing wing back, just so you know. So let me back it up so I can get the play itself. So when we draw this out, now that we know the Z-wing shift means, we're going play action. Obviously, we're going to fake a handoff to the running back. We're going to go slot cross, which is essentially a climb with a backside dig. You see this every single game. It's one of the go-to concepts in Matt LaFleur's offense. You're going to go Z corner, so he's going to kind of hesitate, a little delay, and then he's going to run kind of a corner route out here. And then you're going to see the Y leak. He's going to hammer Hutchinson and then leak out right here, okay? And, of course, this is the touchdown pass and catch to Tucker Kraft on that side. So let's watch it unfold. Again, you got the slot cross on the other side. Look at all of the attention on this side over here. Look at all this. Now look back here. There's nothing, right? This guy's taking a peek in. He's got to fit his run gap, right? So when he sees Christian kind of hesitate, now he comes through, he's got to go with him.
Yep.
Right here. That right there won you the play. Now let's back it up and focus on Tucker Kraft on the edge there, right? Watch him hold up against Aiden Hutchinson. Now he knows he just needs to slow him down and sell the block to let this DB commit to Christian Watson, and he knows he can just release him, and he's going to be open out there in the flat. Watch this. Look at him sell it, release. That is
Jordan extending the pocket with his feet. You know, those little steps there that we see before the ball's delivered is
and the
awesome.
little lollipop, right? The lollipop.
Yep. Good touch here on the ball. Boop.
Nothing fancy. That's like taking Mountain Dew from a baby, man.
And Jaden Reed, an excellent job coming across the goal line there at the end. You see that?
Yeah, little box out.
Little box out, little basketball there.
And that's talk about spatial awareness, just knowing that defender's bearing down too. I want to take it
And
back just to show everybody because I noticed that earlier too, man. It's pretty cool.
Jay Money throwing it off the right foot too. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Look at number 11 here, right?
Yeah.
Watch him right here. He knows exactly where he's at. He knows where the defender is. Let me just kind of get in the way a little bit.
Yep.
Beautiful, man. Like I said, man, like stealing Mountain Dew from a baby. It doesn't get any better than that.
Look at 21 biting on that play action fake by Jay Money too. Beautiful shot there.
So now you're up 14-6, 2:24 left in the first quarter. This is a 2nd and 12 play. We're on defense here. Obviously, Detroit got the ball. They're going to come out. We're going to come out in a nickel 2-4-5. There's your 2 down linemen. Let's go to blue here. These are your 4 linebackers. That's the nickel 2-4-5 we talk about. We're running a cover 3 mock fire. Okay. What's that mean? Cover 3 mock fire. Essentially, you've got a safety that's already deep back here. Carrington's going to kind of play deep safety here as well. I think this is your deep on this. No, I think he may play underneath, and there's your deep. But essentially, you got cover 3. This guy's dropping out. This guy's dropping out. So you got 3 underneath, 3 over the top, and our boy right here, Quay Walker, is going to fire. Okay, so that's your mock fire. He's the mock backer. He's going to fire on a blitz here. So it's nickel 2-4-5, cover 3, mock fire. And I want you to really key in right here, Tim, on Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark. They make this play go. Watch Kenny kind of collapse the pocket, and then I want you to watch Gary's motor, okay? And look at where the left tackle, look at where this guy ends up by the end of this play. Let's roll the tape. Look at Kenny. He's already back there. Kenny's the disruptor. Now look at Gary, right? You're thinking, okay, Gary got walked out and he's getting swallowed up, right? Wrong. Watch him put his foot in the turf and then come back and make the play here. Watch the guy that's blocking him.
See how fast?
Oh yeah, dude.
We're watching in slow motion. It's
bro,
like
he is so good at using his hands, Tim. Like you seen him on the sideline during the commercial break. He was over to look like a ninja, showing the guys, hey, here's what I did. Here's what I did. Watch his hands. Punch. Watch this. Whoop. Look at 68 on his keister. There's your fumble. And of course, our boy Jonathan Owens picks it up. Thank God they didn't blow it dead, right?
Yep.
But you're going to see multiple angles here. They're going to show it in slow motion. Look at the awareness that Gary has smacking this ball out. Look at him go right for the elbow. See his right arm?
Yep.
Right hand goes straight for the elbow, man. And think of it, if he just grabs him around the waist, that ball comes out. It probably falls incomplete, and we never get that tutter, right? That very well could have happened. But look, he knows to go straight for the throwing elbow.
This is what we talk about with fundamentally sound, right? Proper technique.
Absolutely.
He played this whole entire play perfect from snap until hit to through the end of the play. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And you're right. It doesn't happen without Kenny Clark either.
No.
Sure
doesn't. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful play, man. Again, Rashawn Gary, he and Jordan Love should have had turkey legs, and it's absolutely pathetic that Fox didn't have them. I love Fox. Fox NFL Sunday is my favorite, TV cast. But that is ridiculous that they didn't even have those boys a turkey. But again, watch Kenny. And this is why you come out with these type of fronts here, okay? Zero tech, there's your 2s, right? Which means this guy right here is in a 3 tech. What's Kenny in? Some people would say that's a 3, right? A 3 would be right here. And this is where you're splitting hairs. And I'm okay with people calling that a 3. But technically what that is, you're on the inside shoulder of the tackle. If you were over top of the tackle, it would be a 4. That's what they refer to as a 4-eye. So he's eating up half a man there. The reason you do that, and the reason you got Gary out here in this wide 9, imagine if there's a tight end here, right? That would be a 6 tech. You're out here what we call a wide 9. What you're guaranteeing here, Tim, is you got isolation. He's got to block him. He's got to block him. The center can't help, right? Yep. So the center's going to fade back and just try to pick somebody, but Kenny's going to be so far off the ball and gone. Watch the jump that Kenny gets right there in that 4-eye. Look at this. That's a freaking clinic.
It almost looked like the center was trying to pick up the Mike Fire, trying to pick up Quay. And then Quay, you see how Quay kind of bounced back out there?
Yes, absolutely.
And now the right guard's got to deal with him. Like that was, all these little things that impact the play, it's really cool to see this.
Yeah. And when you bring 5 like that, what you're forcing is an isolation play. If they're going to keep the running back in, okay, you got a +1 hat count in the pass block. But when you don't do that, you got one-on-one. And I'm telling you right now, these two guys right here, and when it comes to the pass, we've been very critical of Kenny's run defense game, I should say. Bro, pass rushing, there might not be anyone better in the league than Kenny Clark. And these two guys right here on the same side of the field in isolation plays, I don't care how good your offensive line is. Tim, you remember leading up to the game, we pointed out on PFF left guard was a weakness for them?
Yep.
Right here is probably the most impactful play of the day. And it came from getting Kenny Clark isolated with a 5-man rush on that weak left guard. He gets pressure, forces Goff up. And then, of course, Gary with the motor. Bang. That's how you win ball games in the National Football League, man. It's the little things. Now, I was just as excited for this as anything else, Stan. This is the very next play, man. Kickoff. I just put Benny Sapp.
Yeah.
Watch Benny Sapp get down there. I'm going to go 100% just so you can see it in real time. Look at this guy come flying in. Bang.
Dang.
Bro. And I love what he does here, too. He flexes and said, hold on, man. Where's my camera at? Where's my camera? Where's my camera? There's my camera right there. Let me go over and get in this camera. What's up? What's up, Mama? Happy Thanksgiving. Love it, dude.
We ought to show that play should be shown in the film room to these high school teams for sure. Like development wise, like you want to talk about how to get down the field on special teams. I mean, Benny Sapp was the missile on that play for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's fast forward. 1:30 left. This is a 3rd and 5 play. I'm telling you, Joe Barry was, putting on an absolute clinic. No Jair Alexander, no Rudy Ford, no Devondre Campbell, right? Yeah, no Devondre Campbell. And look at what they were able to do to a top 3 offense in the league. Definitely a top 5, probably a top 3 in most people's eyes. We come out in a nickel 2-4-5, half quarter zone match. And this is what I want you to key in on. Look how wide these D tackles are right here, Tim, on this 3rd and 5. They're basically begging Jared Goff. What they're saying is you ain't got enough hair on your rear end to try to run up the middle.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
They're daring him to. Yeah.
They're wanting him to. They're wanting him to. I'll tell you why they're wanting him to, because this guy right here, that's Mr. Carl Brooks. They've got him. They don't have him just on an all-out rush right here. He's going to kind of engage, and he knows that middle is going to be open. His job is to occupy an offensive lineman and try not to get too aggressive. Now, if there's no threat for him to take off with the ball and run, then, yeah, finish your pass rush. But I want you to key in on him, okay? And, again, we're in nickel 2-4-5, half quarter zone match, which is essentially – let me just try to draw it out for you guys just so you know. This guy right here is going to be playing deep half, so he's got half the field. And over here – you've got kind of a quarter look. There's a safety off the screen, another guy right here, and they're playing zone match, which means if and then. We don't know the exact play call. We just know after a certain threshold, it turns into man coverage. Really doesn't even matter at this point. Now what I want you to key in on, remember what we said about Carl Brooks right here, okay? But watch Preston. Forget everything else. Just isolate on Preston Smith right here for a second, okay? Right here at the bottom, watch Preston Smith put this right tackle. I believe this is Penei Sewell, the number 2 right tackle number 2 offensive tackle in the entire National Football League, Tim. Watch what he does to him right here. Just watch Preston Smith. Whoop! Look at that, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand why people don't want him here next year. I mean, this guy can still play.
Because we need a salary cap, Tim.
Yeah,
we want the books to look balanced.
Spare me. And you know what? I said a few weeks ago that Preston Smith was quietly having himself a pretty solid year. Yeah. It's not so quiet anymore. You're starting to see more of this showing up on game film. This is
having one of his best years of his career, man.
Yep.
Watch it again. Let's go down 25%. Let's nerd out for a minute. Look at this. Penei Sewell didn't know whether to crap or go blind, so he closed one eye and farted, bro.
Don't you love them? Those like kind of like vet on vet type battles that you get to see. You know, you're talking about two guys that know what they're doing, and yeah, you know what? That's the thing that I love the most too, is the athleticism that Preston Smith brings to that position, much like Rashawn Gary. You know, these guys are athletic, agile edge rushers, and this is why they make the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Yep. Now focus your attention to, I believe he's in a 4-eye. It's kind of hard to tell here. It could have been a 3, but I think it's a 4-eye tech. Remember we were talking earlier about Kenny? Yep. Watch Kenny on this play right here. Okay, watch Kenny Clark right here. The 4-eye. Let me speed it up just a touch here. Look at Kenny get back. Look him push and push and push, and look at him. He's on him. That right there is what forced him to bail, right? Kenny Clark with another pressure, gets inside, abuses that right guard. Preston's got him in his grasp, can't finish it. Listen, you got to finish that. You got to be able to finish that. When you get this look right here, you've got to be able to finish that sack, right? But with that being said, remember what we said about Carl Brooks. Watch Carl Brooks the whole time now. I love that we're spending this much time on this play because the defensive line deserves some praise from this game, man. Jordan Love got a lot of praise. Rashawn Gary got a lot of praise. But these big hog mollies in the middle, man, watch him. He's going to work up, and then come back around and make the tackle. Watch this. And again, he could have just went all-out rush. He doesn't. He puts his foot in the ground. Let's get back.
Yep.
And bang. You want to talk about a game of inches. Wait till I zoom in and show you this fumble right here, Tim. This is absolutely wild, man.
And it's because he played the technique all the way through, like you said. What was pre-snap? What was the assignment?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he did that to perfection. I like that. If you watch the crown of his helmet, you see how quick he gets his eyes back around to the middle of the field as he's coming off of that pass rush. That was just a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. So there you see Packers ball. Carl Brooks actually recovered it too, by the way, which is really cool. Now, right here, you talk about a game of inches. Watch Carl Brooks come in. I'm going to 25% again. Watch the ball and watch Carl Brooks' hand. A game of inches. Remember Gary hitting the elbow. Look at what causes this fumble, Tim. Literally one fingertip.
Yep.
God, I love this game, man.
Just enough.
Football has got my soul right now, dude. I just love it, man. Love it. Carl Brooks is a monster. You're going to see him get more and more snaps every single game, and rightfully so. He's a beast. Another guy had an absolute great PFF grade in college and got overlooked because of his athletic score. Another one of those guys. So here's another good look. So, yeah, that is technically a 4-eye with Kenny. You'll see the pressure there. Again, you'll see Carl Brooks rush up, come back and contain, and you'll see Preston Smith put our boy Penei Sewell in the spin cycle. Everything working in conjunction, force him to bail out. Preston almost gets a hand on him, and then Carl just hustling, man. Bang.
Beautiful. And we get the love bounce too, because as he's going to the ground, you see it kind of just ride on the back, and it just ends up in his lap. I mean, we had Rashawn and Keyshawn trying to get at it, and he already had it recovered. That's amazing, man. You're right. Yeah. Game of inches, and I don't care what anyone says. You need plays like that to go your way, right? Because we've seen countless times this year Packers forcing fumbles, and the ball just takes that goofy bounce, or we don't get the recovery. So that was awesome to see.
Something else, been a big concern for us, Tim, this year. Completion percentage, accuracy. Look at those numbers right here at this point. 9 of 10 for 130 yards and 2 tutters for Jordan Love at this point in the second quarter. I mean, that accuracy, what a great game for Jordan Love, man. Absolutely awesome. So we're up 20-6, 10:38 left in the second quarter. This is a 1st and 10 play. We're going to come out in 11-gun nasty Trey Wright. You know what Trey means now. You know what nasty means. We'll spare you the details this time. We're going to go F quick motion, right? There's your F receiver, your flyer. He's going quick motion. We're going to go play action, T shoot, okay? Now, this kind of looked like an all-go almost. These guys are looking to – I think he actually hesitates and comes out in the flat. He's looking to stretch the field. What you're looking to do here, Tim, is you want to take all those defenders. You want to show play fake. You already hit a bomb earlier, right? That's what frees this up. So you want to make sure that these routes are pulling these guys back, right? Play action, get them to pull up a bit, and then you want them belling out deep to cover that bomb that we showed earlier, right? Remember that 3-route combo we showed.
Yep.
So in this case right here, what you're going to do is you got your flyer in motion. Let's clear it off. And they're just going to kind of go deep, right? Everybody's going to clear out. And what it's going to do, play fake, shoot. That's a shoot route for the running back. And he's just going to get it. As soon as he sees all of these guys right here, really key in on all these guys. As soon as he play fakes, just keep your eyes on the secondary for a second, the defenders. Look at them belling already. Play fake, they're belling. Look at all this space. That right there is Matt LaFleur putting on a freaking clinic. Because what you got now on this play action shoot is you got A.J. Dillon coming out of the backfield with a head of steam. Remember, we've seen this all year, Tim. How many times did we see something like this set up and Jordan held the ball, patted the ball? Yep. This time he gets it out. That's what we mean by playing on time. A.J. Dillon down the field. Look at this right here. Hurdle a guy, take a lick from, what's his name, Anzalone, a grown butt man playing linebacker, and just keeps on trucking, dude. And this is my favorite shot right here. Watch the sideline.
Look at Bo Melton.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Look at Bo Melton. Bo Melton is jacked.
Right here.
Yeah.
Watch this. Look at this man right here, number 52. Tell me this don't mean something to number 52 right here. Watch him. You ready? Look at came out here flexing, bro.
Stop playing with him.
Yeah. Now watch this. Our boy Jonesy over here, right? Let me pause it. Look, we got Jonesy watching. Look, all these guys. Look, even this guy. Look at Papal back here. Like, oh, all right.
That's Red. That's our equipment guy. Look at Red back there.
Red back there doing a thing. Look at this, man. Look at that sideline, dude. They're so fired up for AJ. And this is what somebody pointed out on Twitter. That linebacker hits him. Dude didn't even budge him, and he was in the air, bro.
Right.
This right here bothers me too, Tim. It's going to piss you off for a minute.
Oh, I saw this one.
Where's the flag?
Yep.
Can't catch a break, bro. Like, seriously. That's not even the side that the ball's in his hand. He's just going to punch him right in the chin.
Here's the other part. Run that back a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the ball's out. So this is like after the throw.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not even bang, bang. That ball's out.
Yeah,
Look
right.
Ball's out.
Yep. Pop. Right in the chin. So I don't want to hear any Lions fans saying they didn't catch any breaks. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So this right here got me excited too. Fast forward, 5:32 left in the third quarter. This is a 4th and 5 play. We're up 23-14. Guys, if they convert this, they get all the momentum, right? They're going to run a fake punt here. I want you to key in. What they're basically going to do is a direct snap right here to number 42, okay? And he's just going to kind of look for a lane. He's hoping these people over pursue, and he can find a lane here or get outside. Look for a cutback, what have you. Typically what happens is if you got a punt block called, these guys will just be overly aggressive. They'll come screaming through, and then you'll see this guy kind of leak out, and they'll run right by him. Watch Enigbare, excellent player. Watch him engage and set the edge. Right here, set the edge. They're going to hold their ground, and I want you to key in on Lucas Van Ness. Lucas Van Ness was a big factor in this game from this play right here alone. Watch him hustle this down. So they're going to do a direct snap. Watch LVN, how quick he picks it up. Watch Enigbare on the end. Look at Enigbare setting the edge right there. Now, I would hate to have this boy right here, Hercules, staring at me like that. He looks like Jason Voorhees right here, which is all right. This boy's mine. Bang. Great play. Great special teams play, Tim.
Just clutch, man. And really it is like off the snap. Where he is off the snap. Oh, this is a pretty good angle too.
Oh, this is a great angle. Watch right here. Also, I think it was Carl Brooks. Carl Brooks is right here. Watch him hustle too. They all pick it up. Watch this. They're going to draw on the screen for a minute and say, "Hey, we're all going this way." Okay. All right. Watch Enigbare set the edge. Look at LVN and look at Carl Brooks right here, man.
Yep.
They already read it. Carl Brooks comes in just to make sure that he doesn't get away, right? Just a phenomenal play, man. So, third quarter, 3:37 left, 3rd and 3 play. 23-14, Green Bay Packers are leading. This is a huge play on 3rd down. We come out in 11 gun, doubles nasty, strong left T weak, Y quick, Haas, slot climb, Z curl, T swing. All right, so you guys, let's draw this out for people. We may have some new listeners. Let's draw one out for them here. 11 personnel, 11 gun means you're in the gun set, right? You got one running back. You've got one tight end. You're in doubles, which means 2 by 2. There's 2 over here. There's 2 over here. Okay. You're in nasty, which means you're lined up inside the numbers. Okay. So that's a nasty split all the way around. So 11 gun, doubles nasty. You're going strong left because you're tight end. Your Y is over here on the left. You're going Y quick because you can see he was set up here. He went quick motion, so he's going to quick motion out. And the call is Haas slot climb, Z curl, T swing. Haas is real simple. It's just going to be a curl with a go, okay? So he's going to kind of do a 9 fade. It's really going to be more out here, okay? So it's like a 9 fade. It's not a corner. It's a go route. You read leverage, and you find the open spot, okay? On the opposite side, you've got your slot receiver is going to run a climb, okay? And up top, you're going to have a Z curl where he's just going to sit. All right, and then you got the T swing. Now, remember we talked about this, Tim. We talked about how you got pick a side. One side's a 1 high beater. The other side's a 2 high beater, right? So if they're in single high coverage, the 1 high beater, in my opinion, is down here on the bottom, okay? That's your 1 high beater. If it's 2 high, if they disguise something and you end up with a second safety on the shelf, right? Let's say that there was a safety up here on the shelf and this guy drops out and he's out here deep, right? What do we talk about? When there's two on the shelf, middle field open. We call that middle field open, single highs, middle field close. So what you essentially have, if we draw it back out with the slot cross, there is your 2 high beater, right? And down here is your 1 high beater. Got me? That's what we mean by pick a side. Ball snap, safety stays center. Where's your play go? All day long, your read is going to be immediately to Watson because you got a single high safety. So you're going to take that shot play. And this is the Watson touchdown. Beautiful throw by Jordan Love. No hesitation. I mean, and what a catch. What a freaking catch by Christian Watson. What's your attack with these hands, dude?
This is very similar to the one Rome came down with last week.
Yes, very similar. And again,
very, very similar.
Think about the chair route in Pittsburgh, Tim.
Yep.
You know, why did Matt LaFleur say, typically when they're in shell coverage, 2 on the shelf, we don't want you to go there with the ball because you're attacking middle field against shell. This is single high. Now you go up here. Jordan is reading. It would be real easy to go. Last time we had a deep route down the sideline when I was in the red zone, I threw a pick. It'd be real easy to be gunshot. No, trust your instincts. Middle field closed, middle field open. Go to the fade. And just
great ball placement.
Oh, perfect, dude. I mean, perfect. And this is a better angle right here. I'll try to slow it down for you. First of all, watch the route. Watch him. Quick hands, get off of me. Look at that speed. He's gone. Yeah, by the way, don't worry about calling defensive holding. It's okay.
Yeah, right. Look
at this. Dude, I'm telling you, man. If I hear someone else say that Christian Watson doesn't have hands, I'm going to slap him. Watch him. Bro, that's a great catch.
It is. It's an absolute great throw, great catch.
Watch him spin this sucker, too.
He looks more comfortable delivering the ball. Oh, he really does.
He's seeing things at a different level right now, man. It's exciting. It's real exciting. All right, let's fast forward. Fourth quarter, 13:38 left. It's a 4th and 7 play. I diagnosed this wrong. I'm going to explain how I diagnosed it wrong. Originally, I said nickel 2-4-5. There's your 2 down linemen. Let's switch to blue for the linebackers. There is your 4 linebackers. Okay, nickel 2-4-5. I thought it was cover 1 triple rat. And what that would mean is deep third. Or I'm sorry, not deep third. It would be man coverage, man coverage, man coverage, right? Man coverage and man coverage. And you got a safety off screen that's cover 1 man, right? That's what I was kind of thinking. Okay, what is, I originally was thinking cover 1 man, and then you had triple rat, meaning you were going to have 3 underneath drop into coverage. So you're going to have 3 guys covering underneath while everyone else is in man coverage. I was wrong. This actually looks like it ended up being cover 3 zone match. And the reason you could tell is because Keyshawn actually carries a receiver down the seam. If and then, right? If and then is the play call. It doesn't even really matter, but I wanted to point that out. That was the play call. It wasn't cover 1 triple rat. It'd be cover 3 zone match. But watch Rashawn Gary here. You need a play. You need to try to put this game away in the 4th quarter. They're obviously driving down the field. This is a 4th and 7 play. This is really the game on the line here. Now you can go into your prevent style defense and make them chew up that clock. But watch Gary here with a little mini speed dip and rip. Some people could say it's a swat and rip, swat dip and rip. I think it's more of a speed dip and rip. He gets his hands on him, but watch him get outside, get low, and rip that left arm up. Right here, hesitation, rip. And what's he do again, Tim? Go straight for the ball.
Yep.
You can't – that right there is the difference between a veteran getting a strip sack and a young player just getting a sack. And you'll see it from this next angle. I mean, when he comes down with this right hand, it's like he's a boxer, Tim. Look at this. This is Charles Woodson stuff.
Yep.
Dang.
Boom.
Bro, that right there. That's how you should have got a turkey leg. By the way, thanks for the Hogan call. Look at this guy. Got him by the collar.
Yeah.
Bro, look at his eyes, man. Look at this guy. I do not want to be this dude. I promise you that. He has no idea.
He has no clue.
Yeah. This right here, this is Mandy swapping the credit card, and this is me having no idea the statement's coming. I'm telling you right now. Look at this. God, I love it, dude.
Boom.
Absolutely love it. That you think Matt LaFleur appreciates Rashawn Gary?
Oh, yeah.
Again, watch right here. Watch the move on the left side here. And this is where I caught it when I watched it back through the 3rd time. I made my 3rd pass. That's where you can see Keyshawn carry that receiver. You'll see the one they were just circling back there. That's when I realized, oh, crap, that's zone match. That wasn't triple rat. So it was zone match, and you had some guys just playing underneath. Now let's focus on Gary. Now that I pointed out my mistake there, that's why you watch it 3 times too. You learn something. It's like, okay, they're doing a little more than I thought there. But watch Gary over here on the left this time. Look at him rip. See the arm rip up, the left arm. It's over. Bang. You love to see it, man. Look right here. This is my favorite part. What's it say right here? Read it for him. Read it for him.
2024.
Hey, I'm the campaign manager. Barry will be back in 2024. I'm speaking it into existence. Watch Barry right here, dude. He said, "It's right. I got a job next year, baby. Let's go." Love to see him show a little emotion, man. You'd love to see it. All right, so now this is the final play we're breaking down. This is in the 4th quarter. Obviously, I think this was a 4th down right here.
Oh, I remember this.
What's that?
I remember this one.
Yeah. This one got me fired up because it's Quay making a play here at the end. Quay didn't grade out well, but game on the line, he really clutches up here. This is zone match. We're going nickel 2, 4, 5 quarters zone match. What zone match means is if and then. With Quay, if the tight end comes out here and runs a curl, he's going to squat on it, right? He's just going to kind of stay in his zone. If he goes down the seam, he's going to kind of reroute him outside, and then he's going to sit in this zone, right? But instead, what happens? Like Coach Haddad said when we had him on the show, you're going to see the tight end is going to go to the flat if and then. If he goes to the flat, then it turns into man coverage. And he's basically going to wheel that off down the sideline, right? So watch Quay Walker on this play. Absolutely awesome job here. See, he's kind of reading them. Okay, it's not really man. They're passing people off. Now it turns if and then. The flat isn't there. And look at Quay run stride for stride with Sam Laporta here, man.
Yep. Didn't
have to get his hand around because the coverage was so tight. Ball game, baby.
And he knows when he's rolling out there that, hey, there's a likelihood that the ball's going to be in the air behind me. So it's not so much getting the head around. It's, stay in coverage, be disciplined, don't commit a penalty.
Right.
And just get your hand up there and make the play. I mean, great work by Quay Walker.
It was a lot of fun to watch, man. And again, there at the end, they go down and they scored a touchdown, right? And it was kind of mop-up time. I thought, what's the point in showing that? I did want to mention, because some people would say, oh, you didn't show the drive where they scored at the end, because I am the campaign manager for Joe Barry. But anyway, listen, once again, I always have to say this. I make jokes. I like to crack jokes and everything. But Joe Barry, I don't think he's a great defensive coordinator. I don't. I think with the right pieces, he's a good defensive coordinator. That's me personally. I think he's got a lot of pieces to work with. If he was on a lesser defense, I think that defense would have way worse numbers as far as rankings. Right now, we are a top 10 defense, whether people want to admit it or not. We're like 6th in points per play, and we're 10th in points per game. I could care less about any other metric. What I want to know is, and the reason I like points per play is because immediately when you say points per game, people go, oh, well, what about the yards, this and that? Okay, well, let's break it down points per play. If they look at it from a sense of, some other defenses, like someone immediately said, well, the reason the Jets, there was people saying that we want Robert Saleh as a defensive coordinator next year, Tim. And I immediately said, okay, I like Robert Saleh as a coach. Where are the Jets ranked? And they're like 5 spots below. And they immediately said, well, that's because their offense is so bad. That has nothing to do with points per play. That's why I love that metric. It's why Las Vegas loves that metric. So when you looked at it from that stat analytical, angle, that's what I like about what he's doing with his defense. It's bend but don't break. You've seen it right there. You bent all the way down the field and forced them to use every inch of the field, hoping they'd make a mistake. They didn't. Okay, they're within striking range. They run out of room because you're in that quarters zone match. And now you got basically multiple extra defenders as the out of bounds. And now they have to make a decision. Are we going to be overly aggressive here or not? And they were forced to go for a touchdown in that situation to try to get back in the ball game. I love what they're doing, man. So Togrel, thank you for the super chat. He said, I said it once, please don't slap me, sir. I don't know what he's talking about there. What's he talking about, you think?
You said you were going to put hands on someone that says
gotcha.
Christian ain't got no hands.
There it is. He paid $2 just to clarify. Togrel, we appreciate you, buddy. He said last play on offense, Myers was beat badly. Oh, really? Might need to go back and look at that then. Myers didn't grade out great in pass blocking. That's usually his strength.
I got to tell you, though, he had one heck of a play. I'm trying to I'm trying to find it. Oh, I actually did find it. It was one of Baldy's breakdowns. But Myers pulled really nasty, and they basically took Aiden Hutchinson out of a play, and Josh Myers was absolutely crucial to it. You're seeing some of that, but yeah, he's not grading out well. But we also know PFF is, it's subjective, right? So like, right. I don't know. He's still our center, right?
He still is. Hey, I'll tell you, the 33rd team likes him pretty well. So
yeah.
When the coaching staff says, no, we think he's doing a great job, and the 33rd team, which is comprised of a whole lot of football coaches, a whole lot of football executives, and they got him graded high, they have no reason to tote the company line, right? So unless they're trying to get on Green Bay staff next year, thinking there's going to be some job openings, but that's a story for another day. Josh Myers, I was wrong. He had a bad pass blocking day and a decent run block. I say decent, but it's really not. 63.7. It's decent for him, but that's still a bad run blocking grade there for sure. And then Togrel said with the super chat, when Love underthrew Watson, that was the play. Oh, got you, man. Got you. Good stuff. We appreciate you supporting the stream, man, for sure. We did pretty good, Tim. We're at 50 minutes, bro. That
got them all covered.
That 10 play limit, that's the sweet spot. You know what I mean?
So.
That's that sweet spot. But most of the time I watch a game and I'm like, man, let's fit 3 more in here. We can do this. So we always screw it up. But I do want to thank everybody for hanging out with us, man. We're going to hit a couple of these. This is Jay Lavra, 88, says, on that tight window throw to Reed, quarterback school said Watson should have been running a slant, I believe, in the other direction. Can't remember exactly the route, but watch his video. I'll definitely check that out. Like I said, I know there's several people that kind of said if that was the case and it was going to be tosser, slot, slant, then it was basically, you call it triple tosser, because tosser is double slant pass concept. That would make sense. The out there seems a little odd that Love would just go, heck with it. We're going to fire this slant in here knowing that Christian Watson's crossing over. So that does kind of make sense. So Jay Lavra, thank you so much for that information. We really appreciate it, man. Love what JT O'Sullivan does over there. He's absolutely phenomenal. Love Mike Wall breaking down the tape, everybody. So Tim, you got any parting thoughts, man? Anything else you want to cover here before we wrap up here in the chat?
Oh man, just excited, man, to go beat Kansas City at home. It's going to be phenomenal. And I can't wait to just watch the whole narrative shift and see the people coming out of the woodwork that said they believed all along, yada yada.
This team can do it.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got tape, man. We know who's our receipts, as you say, right, Clayton? We've got receipts. We don't always have to pull them out. You don't always need to pull the receipts, but you have them. So, following this team since camp and even before a little bit, and just really watching how things are coming together, I couldn't be prouder as a fan right now. This is just incredible. These guys are playing for each other, and if they get hot here, there's a chance we could have a real epically interesting end to our 2023 season. So hope they keep it up, man. Everybody, for the most part, like, I didn't see us shooting ourselves in the foot in this game. That can't be understated. This team is getting better. There were mistakes. There always are. Nobody's perfect, but there were a lot less mistakes on Thanksgiving. And I'm looking forward to them continuing this wave. If they can play this well together, banged up, if we get close to 90 or 100% again at some point, watch out. And like I said, nobody's going to want to see this Packers team squeak into a wild card, at all. And a young team like this, I mean, we've seen it, man. They can do damage. They can be a season wrecker for a lot of so-called contenders out there. So let's go. Yeah. Oh, what do we got now? There's a chance, huh?
It's up to 21% playoff probability for the Packers. So climbing a little bit every week, man. Climbing a little bit every week.
There we go.
Really excited about that. Togrel, thank you for the super chat. He said, overall, proud of the team. My only concern is the running game and center. Other than that, we're pretty much set for a promising future if Love keeps it up. I would agree with that. Got to get the running game fixed. Obviously, got to get Jonesy healthy. I'm hoping he's got more in the tank, but, it's not looked good this year. If you guys would, watching this stream right now, hop over and hit the like button for me real quick. We'd really appreciate it. I hate even asking. I feel so awkward asking, but the fact that you guys have been smashing that like button for us here lately, there's been a lot of new listeners that are getting this kind of thrown into their algorithm. and more Packer fans basically finding this podcast, finding this show. And we really appreciate y'all supporting us doing that. But yeah, Togler, I agree with all that. Anything you disagree with there, Tim, as far as center? I mean, running game, if you had great center play right now and a solid running game, this team would be darn near unstoppable with the way the defense has stepped up and the way Jordan Love is really starting to peak, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I would say, we got to think about left tackle here too. We don't want to have that discussion right now, I guess. I know I don't. But yeah, I mean, basically what you're saying is it starts with center for sure, I think.
Yeah.
And that's going to be important, I don't want to say if. I'm pretty much convinced, I have been for a while. Jordan's the guy, and if he's the guy going forward, having that good relationship with a center, if we can get someone in here that's going to play, these two can play together, have a good relationship, good communication. You see it a lot, Jason Kelsey and Jalen Hurts, and the way that they communicate and run a line in Philly is something to watch. So center play is very important, but as a whole, yeah, our running game needs to come together, and this offensive line's got to really get it together with the run blocking is where it really starts. But yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. And again, Togrel, thank you so much for the super chats, buddy. Chris in the chat says, thank you, Tim and Clayton, for your hard work. Hey, we appreciate you hanging out with us, man, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I love getting here and talking ball with you guys. I look forward to it every day. I really do. This is something that I knew I would enjoy doing a pod like this, but didn't know people were going to come out of the woodwork and actually hang out and talk ball. And that's what makes it so enjoyable. I know you guys get tired of hearing me say it, I'm sure, but I'm telling you, man, it's just been a blast. It's been an absolute blast. Omer, been in here all day long. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's see what else we got going on. Paul Robertson in the chat says, if the Pack can stop the Chiefs running or contain it, no reason it won't be close. Jordan Love hasn't played a defense like the Chiefs before, so it would be his greatest test to date. That sounds so odd hearing that, but it's so true, Paul. I think they've got the number 3 defense right now in the league. I almost say country. I've been watching college ball all day long, but yeah, their defense is solid, man. It is. It's way underrated in my opinion. They've been kind of carrying the Chiefs to the little bit of victory they've had this year. Kind of an off year for the Chiefs, but still having a solid year and obviously playoff bound most likely. So it's going to be fun to see it unfold. And we got another 8 days, 9 days to bask in the glory of this huge Thanksgiving Day win. We'll probably break down some more tape. We'll have fun with it. But there's going to be a lot of content for sure. So really appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. We really appreciate that. Want to give a special thanks to Togrel for all the super chats, buddy. You were awesome. Really appreciate you supporting the stream. We will be back tomorrow morning for Good Morning Lambeau and just kind of talk a little bit of morning ball, get ready for a full slate of NFL games. Obviously, it's pretty cool, Tim, when you've already got your dub out of the way, you can just sit back and watch some football, right?
Amen. And hopefully the guys enjoy a little mini bye here too. We can get healthy going into that Kansas City game, right?
Absolutely.
Sure. We'll have the ice packs going. Guys will be hanging out watching the games themselves too. So shout out to our Packers, man. Celebrate this victory, enjoy it. But it's business time because it's true. The Chiefs are coming to town. So it'll be all hands on deck. Go Pack, go.
And here's a little primer for you guys too. Here's the standings, okay? Eagles, the number 1 seed. 49ers, the number 2 seed. Lions, the number 3 seed. Saints, the number 4 seed. Cowboys, number 5. Vikings, 6. Seahawks, 7. So we are rooting against the Vikings and the Seahawks tomorrow. Let me see if I got who they play here. We're looking for Vikings and Seahawks.
Seahawks already got spanked on Friday.
Okay, so that's right.
Thursday. So
they already got their L out of the way. Minnesota is playing Chicago, guys. Monday Night Football. So that won't be tomorrow. That'll be Monday Night Football, Chicago and Minnesota. I hate to say it, but I'm going to be a Bears fan. I'll be a Bears fan there Monday night for sure. And I never thought I'd say that. So I got to hit myself with one of these, Tim. Anytime you say I'm going to be a Bears fan on Monday night.
You call me anything you want, but don't call me that.
There it is.
No doubt.
That's the perfect clip right there for that. I love it.
So the Cowboys, the Seahawks have already played. Not that the Cowboys matter anyway. They'll have the NFC East wrapped up if for some reason the Eagles drop. I don't think anybody's catching them at the moment. Saints won't matter because the NFC South is absolute cheeks. So yeah, that's really the only one we're waiting to watch is Chicago and Minnesota as far as who's ahead of us. You got the Rams just below us. So if you were to look at the schedule there, the Rams play tomorrow at 4:00 against the Arizona Cardinals. That should be the Toilet Bowl. 4-6 Rams against the 2-9 Cardinals. So just keep an eye on that stuff. We want to keep our finger on the pulse. It's so cool that we're getting ready to head into December and we're actually talking about an opportunity to make the playoffs. I think, 3-4 weeks ago, Tim, we were all saying this.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
What a difference back-to-back wins makes. You know, winning cures all. It's so true. And I'm telling you, they get a third in a row here at home against Kansas City. NFL better watch out for this young Packers team. I'm telling you, I can feel it. It's going to be a nice opportunity here to, we talk about maybe squeaking in. I mean, it's true. We control our own destiny here at some point. There's a lot of teams that are kind of on the bubble, and if we just keep finding ways to win these games, man, we could be playing postseason ball. Yeah. Probably not in Green Bay, probably going on the road for what if we make the postseason, but entertaining nonetheless, man. It's going to be a heck of a ride the rest of the year.
How cool would it be if the Lions completely imploded and we somehow won the division?
Oh my gosh! Now we're talking.
Hey, why not, man? Why not? Let's just go all in, right?
Why not? Hey, what does it do to your psyche when a banged up division rival comes into your building and beats you on Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of second guessing going on in that building right now.
Yep.
Let's see what is the Lions' record now. So they're now 8-3. But that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell, Tim. But hey, there's always hope.
They would have to implode. We'd have to win out for it to even be a remote possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I know this. If Minnesota somehow, some way loses to the Bears on Monday night, boy.
Oh, we're gonna give him some.
That's a fact right there. And we got Derek K with a special request here. This is TRL, total request line. He just says 65%.
65%. 65%. That's what
Hey, that'll be the Packers' percentage chance to get into the playoffs after, a 4 or 5 game win streak. We'll be playing that 65% a lot more.
No doubt. Let's see. Let's get out of here. Hey, we got a chance to finish on time, Tim. You've been traveling. We're going to get out of here, guys. We appreciate everybody. Tim, thank you for hopping on here, man. This was fun. I was planning on going solo, but love it when you hopped in, man. Makes the conversation so much more enjoyable. They don't have to hear me trying to sip coffee and save my voice while I talk for a straight hour. But again, guys, we'll be back in the morning for Good Morning Lambeau. Hope to see you guys there. We'll be Tim, is that cool with you? 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Is that cool?
I should be able to roll up out of bed and join you.
If you're a few minutes late, it's totally cool.
I'll get that diesel going.
Yeah, got to get that diesel going, man. First thing in the morning. I know you already got that coffee pot set, don't you?
Oh yeah, man, dude. I spent way too much money on my coffee maker, but it's worth every penny, man. It's something you use every day, right? So yeah, we'll have the Ninja programmed for sure for the morning.
Bro, you gotta have that diesel ready.
Buddy.
And no decaf up in here. I don't want to hear anybody, you hit that decaf, this is what you get. Bro, that bumper. All right, we're out of here, guys. This is we are doing nothing productive now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. For those of you listening on the pod, thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world, and go Pack Go.
The power sweep. Actually, it's the lead play in our offense.
Double tackle, take the defensive end if he's over him. If he's not, you drive down the first man who is inside. Fullback, you tell him to take the first man outside the offensive tackle. No one shows. Go right by them and field inside. If the YN has the linebacker taken out, cuts inside. If the YN has the linebacker in, he comes all the way around. So look at this play. What we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.